Hey, Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First, here tonight with a young, as the title says, a young entrepreneur. Blake, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. How are you?
You want to introduce these two guys to me?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's Alex. He lives in Dallas. He does subcontracting work for me, and we work with each other daily, handling like driveways, house washes, soft washing. And then here
How
is
long have you
Dylan.
been working with Alex, just out of curiosity?
I would say I've been working with Alex about 4 months, about
4 months.
four months. Yeah,
All
I've
right.
been working with Dylan since last year, um, and Dylan does paver seal work as well with us. Alex hasn't gotten there yet. With
Oh, yeah, Dylan, who do you use for your paver sealing? What products?
What do you say, boss? I couldn't
What
hear.
products did you use for your paver sealing?
I use the H2O product. It's from Ameritech. It's a newer company. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Ameritech, I've absolutely heard of Ameritech.
Yeah, it's from Ameritech.
Ameritech inbounded a skid I gave away when you all were probably really young. You probably don't remember it because you guys were. How old are you, Dylan?
I'm only 19 years old, boss.
19. How old are you, Alex?
33.
I know I asked you, Alex, but I had to ask
Yeah,
you again.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. No
you got it.
problem.
So we're here tonight. One thing I'm here tonight is I love the idea that you guys are younger entrepreneurs. That's really cool. I'd like to
Mhm.
ask you all of you all kinds of questions. How in the heck you decided to do pressure washing? Did you guys see one of those crazy videos with a kid by a Ferrari and he just pulled out a Home Depot pressure washer and he said he was been doing this for 6 months and he bought these two Ferraris in the house? Did you guys see one of those commercials?
Mhm.
No? Okay. Well, that's good. That's good because you know it's
No.
a lot harder than what it actually is, right? It's harder than what everybody says it is. So that's cool. But
Oh,
here's
yes.
something that intrigued me when we were in the green room. We did some. I did some questions for these guys, and one of you says you've done more than 100 jobs. Who was it that told me that they did more than 100 jobs so far?
That was me.
Dylan,
Probably
you've
been
done,
like
and you're
around.
doing,
Yeah.
you said you're also doing. Tell them how many you're doing a day. How many this young entrepreneur is subbing to you daily. How many do you say he is?
As anywhere. I mean, it really depends on how much time I have during the day. So it's really could be anywhere from like 2 jobs all the way up to like 5 or 6 jobs.
That's wild. That's pretty wild. And you're new. You said you're new to the Tampa area.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Awesome stuff. Where are you from originally? We lost him. We got a hot connection. So we'll take this back to Alex. Alex, you're in Dallas. You've been in Dallas a while.
Yes.
Okay, you got the same thing, right? You've been doing obviously. Dylan's been just done more than 100 jobs. Obviously, the reason we're here tonight, Blake, is you've had some guys that have said, hey, you're not being paid. Guys aren't paying you. Alex, how many jobs have you done to record? Do you know how many you've done?
About, I would say 100, between 100 to 200.
100 to
It's a
200
lot of
jobs.
it's a lot of jobs to really keep track of,
Yeah,
but he keeps he you
keeps you
know
busy. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
and this is the question I both want to ask you guys. Does this guy pay you or not?
Oh yes, of
Yes, sir.
course.
Okay.
Yeah, if he would not pay us, I wouldn't be working with him.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
same.
That's good. And you're like 2,000 miles away from him. You're in Dallas. He's in
Yes.
Tampa. You're right there
Mm-hmm.
by him. So if he didn't pay you, you can go knock on his door.
Oh yeah.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you, Blake. Blake, smile a little bit, man. It's okay. You can smile. Is he frozen? He's frozen. He's
Yeah,
frozen.
I'm sorry. I don't know. The internet's horrible.
Well, just sit. If you sit down in one place, you're good. Because if you keep moving around, what happens is it propagates and it'll get the signal will actually get better if you sit in one
I was
place.
trying to, but it kept turning on the black. Like
Yeah,
it
I
kept
don't know
black
what's going
screening.
on today. Nobody's had good internet today. It's kind of crazy. Well, hey man, is there
Yeah.
anything you two guys want to say about this guy before I let you guys go? What do you guys want to say? Anything?
Uh. Well, I wanna you know uh, give him a you know thank him for letting me join and work with him for the past 4 months, and giving me the opportunity to work together hand in hand.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. What I wanted to tell you both before I let you say your thing, Dylan. You know, when there's folks out there that are mean spirited and they're out there saying things like, you know, this guy's not paying you and this and that, they're also hurting your brands too. Just to let you guys know that they don't realize that. But you know, if this guy here is helping you guys get jobs and people are out there trying to hurt him, ultimately it's going to hurt you guys too. So I appreciate you guys coming on and vouching for him tonight. Anything you want to say in closing, Dylan?
No, I mean, me and Blake, we're pretty close people, close friends. Like, you know, this is my dog. He gives me work whenever it's needed. He works around my schedule, so that's very convenient. And you know, he's a man of his word, and I'm proud of him for seeing the accomplishments he's got to at a young age. You know, I see a lot of resemblance in the younger version of me and him. So like, you know, he's a grinder. I'm a grinder. We both hustle a lot. So like, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? When we get it done, we get it done.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you've been doing this. You've been doing this now. How long have you been actually doing the pressure washing, Dylan?
I've been doing pressure washing since I was 16.
16 too. Okay. Well, that's good. So you used to work for somebody, and then you decided to do it all. You decided, heck, I can do this myself.
Yeah, no, I started my pressure washing business when I was 16, and
Nice.
and then I built it up, and then when I turned 18, I used that money and I moved across the country on my own to Florida.
Oh, nice, nice. You got to move to a better, warmer place. That's always a smart thing. Dallas is okay though. It's not that cold in Dallas. It can get cold, but
Yeah,
once in a while you get a freak ice storm there and it snows and nobody knows what to do because they don't get that much there. Well, hey man, I appreciate Dylan and Alex for coming out here. I'm gonna talk to Blake. If you guys want to watch it, you can continue to watch it. If you want to stay here and listen, I can keep you here too. But if you guys got somewhere to go, it's cool. You guys can cut on out right now or whatever you guys want to do. Just let me know.
I got to head on. I got plans, but I appreciate you having me on, Blake. And what was your name again, boss?
Ron.
Rob. Thank you so much for having me on.
Appreciate
Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate it, man.
it. You're not going anywhere, Blake. You're not going anywhere. I got questions.
No, I was. Are you going, Alex?
I got some questions for you.
Alex left too.
So here's the deal. You said you started this thing when you were 14. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta use your voice. Okay, I gotta hear you.
No,
just
you
like in
honestly.
school. Remember your teacher said you can't use your head, you gotta use your voice. So people, what I want to do is obviously I've seen your identification. You're, obviously to me, I could see you're 16 years old. There's no issue with that. That's very, very cool. I started my business at a much younger age than even you did. I'm not going to go into my story tonight, but I started it when I was a lot younger. Is that your brother back there giving you a hard time?
There's our little brother, yeah.
Little brother. What's he doing? Is he a banker? Is he trying to get into? Is he playing? Is he a day trader? Is he a day trader? Is he a 14, 15-year-old day trader? Come on. No, man. Hey, I think it's really cool that what you're doing. And when I first, when you had a first little bad rap that somebody said that you didn't pay, and we kind of went over that kind of scenario. And I don't think we need to defend that tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we need to talk about those situations. I just wanted to get everybody out there to understand there's always two sides to every story. People out there, it's unbelievable that there are mean-spirited people out there in the industry. There's people out there. There's just bad people, period, in the world, right? And sometimes I think, and I've taken a lot of this, and I just want to explain this to you. When you're doing something that's not normal, you know what I mean? It's not normal that a 16-year-old kid is, subcontracting jobs around the country. You know what you're doing is not normal, right? Like this is not every 16-year-old kid. Most 16-year-old kids right now are playing Fortnite or whatever video games there is out there. They're not, and I know you're sitting at home probably every night going, okay, where's my lead box? And you're checking your leads and subbing jobs out here and there and doing that. Is that your sister?
I'll tell her you said that. I'll tell my mom you said that.
Do they all own?
I'll tell my mom you said that. I'll put in a good word.
I just want to know if they all own businesses. You know what I mean? That's all. So no, it's really cool. We don't have to get into what your dad does, but your dad's obviously an entrepreneur too. We don't need to disclose what he does, but your dad's an entrepreneur. Obviously, let me tell you this. So when you were younger, and your friends said, and I'm talking about just a few years ago, your friends go, yeah, I want to be a fireman like my dad. I want to be this like this. I want to be that like this. What was your thoughts in your process? What did you say? I want to own my own business. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've always had a an entrepreneur spirit. Even when I was 7, I do martial arts. I'm a double black belt in karate, and when I was 7, I was selling slingshots at my karate school for $15 a piece with marbles, and just I've always kind of had the entrepreneur spirit and not really wanting to um work for somebody. I liked always having the freedom. My family does missionary work in the Dominican Republic, so I'm actually not home in the U.S. often, and I'm gone pretty much every 3 months, and I'm gone for a month at a time. So I've always liked the freedom to be able to work from wherever I am, and be able to also with the blessings that I get to pour that into others and making sure that I'm being a good representation of God as well.
Yeah, well, these two guys that you brought on tonight, they seem like good guys, and they seem like they're hungry guys, and that's very cool. And I could tell they're real guys. You could see that they're earnest in what they're doing.
For sure.
Alex and Dylan maybe carries. Don't get mad at me, Alex. Dylan maybe carries himself a little bit better, but you know, there. This goes into that. There sometimes is a need for somebody in your position to help other entrepreneurs that don't want to work for somebody else. You're obviously out there. You're their marketing team. You're out there, getting these jobs. You're out there talking to the customers, whether it might be through emails or however you're getting them working. We don't need to go into that. Maybe that's another show, and we'll see if there's another show. We might come in and talk to you a little bit more in depth, and maybe even expand your network even a little bit bigger. Who knows? But the main reason is tonight I wanted to come on here and show people, hey, you are 16 years old. There's always two sides to every story. That's just how the world is. The argument of whether you pay people or you don't pay people, I'm sure that there's people in this industry that I've not paid, because the fact is they didn't do the job properly, they didn't do the job right, they didn't finish the job. Whatever the cases are, that's going to happen, especially kind of at the volume of jobs that you're giving these people. Now, Blake's got some bad internet, guys, so we'll probably catch up to him again. But I just wanted to let you guys know tonight, this is a 16-year-old young man out of Tampa, Florida. He's subbing jobs all over the country. He's gotten some bad raps on the internet. There's been some guys out there that says, he hasn't been paying them. We just interviewed 2 guys that says he does. Both of them did hundreds of jobs for him. One over a year's time, another one over a 4-month period. So bottom line is, man, there's always 2 sides to every story. That's just how it is.
There we go.
He's back. Hey, it's okay. I was just wrapping up, man. Anything you want to say in closing?
I would just say that I really appreciate you taking the time, and I'm glad that I messaged you. And I appreciate you taking the time to kind of show everyone, because I don't want to have a bad reputation, and I don't want to, have other people think that I'm not paying my contractors, they're being treated unfairly. I'm very much the opposite. Anyone that even subcontracts work with me, they'll tell you the same thing. I don't act like I'm above them because I'm not the one doing the job, or like I'm their boss. I very much so working with them rather than them working like under me or for me in any way.
Well, I already know you pressure wash, okay?
I do pressure wash.
I know you do. I already know. You already showed that to me. I don't need to go into the details on what he showed me, but he does pressure wash. He has his own equipment. It's not just a complete subcontracting gig. But obviously, I know what happened. He started washing, and then he started getting these calls that were outside of his service area or things he didn't want to do. And you probably said, hey, light bulb went off. I could sub these things out, and I can make a little bit of money being the middleman. I mean, there is nothing wrong with that. Now, there's a lot of guys out there that don't like it. But you know what? Tough. You know, that's just how it goes. I myself,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of subbing, more subbing than probably people even know. So more subbing than you realize, and you don't even realize who you're talking to. But that's okay. You'll find out. You'll find out after the video.
I'll look you up for sure.
That's it. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on, man, and stay out there and keep washing. And there's a guy in our industry that uses the term wash on, and his name's Carlos Gonzalez, and that's what I suggest you do. He also tries to tell people stay in their own lane, right? That's what people need to do, stay in their own lane. You stay in your lane, they'll stay in their lane, and everybody will be happy. Appreciate you coming on the show. We'll do a follow-up, because I told you I want to do a follow-up. Whether it's in a year, whether it's in 6 months, or whether it's in 2 years, we're going to follow up and see where you're at.
Thank you so much. You have a blessed night, sir.
Thank you, man. Have a great
Thank
night.
you.
Hey, guys, Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First. Hey, make sure you guys get to these events. Reno is going on, guys, 25th, September 25th, 26th, and 27th. Man, like the channel, share the channel. I appreciate that, guys. I love getting young guys on here, man. I had an event a few years back called Young Guns in Atlanta. We're going to do Young Guns again. As a matter of fact, I think that I'm going to actually even do a show where we're going to interview guys that are under the age of 30 and talk to them how they're doing things and what's going on. We gotta love this stuff. I love when I see guys like Blake that are out there. They're hustling. This kid's been doing this since 14. There's another young entrepreneur. I don't know if you guys, a lot of you guys don't know her, but Faith Shelton. She started when she was 11 years old. She still has a not a small company, but she's very known on the internet. It's called Back Guards, and her company is called Faith Works. And she is now 21 years old and still living in Nevada. Which you know what reminds me, I'm going to get her on here and we're going to do an interview with her. She's going to be one of my first people next week. She's watching this. She's nervous because she hates to be on camera too. But we're gonna make her do it. Step out of the comfort zone and do an interview with her. Again, guys, appreciate you guys for watching. And just remember, man, when you're out there, this young man, he is young. People make mistakes. We've got to keep that in mind. There is always two sides to every story. And you know what? When I was growing up and doing things, and even now, we're not perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes they don't do the right things, and they just have to learn. And it's a process. And sometimes to learn from, you got to learn from your mistakes. Sometimes you got to make them. So remember that, guys. Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First. We're out.